and welcome to this week's Subscriber Sunday video. So just very briefly, if you are not familiar with this video or this is your first time to my channel, this is the platform for my subscribers and fellow YouTubers to tell us about their weight loss for the week. So I do weekly weigh-in videos every Friday, and I just wanted a place to where my subscribers could come on and tell us how they did for the week. And plus, like I said, I invite other YouTubers to come on and talk about their weight loss, and that way we can all have a place to talk about it together. And usually I will try to give some kind of topic that we could have a conversation starter in the bottom, in the comments down below. So I will start out and I will just say that this week, as you know, if you've watched my weigh-in video, I lost 0.8 this week, so I had a loss, which is yay, great. Except for it brought me down to 200 pounds even. I mean 200.00. So I was literally, what is that, like an ounce away from meeting my first goal of 199. So yeah, so there's that. So I'll hit it next week, I'm sure. So last week's conversation, we talked about goals, setting goals for ourselves and setting rewards. You know, asking people, do you have rewards for yourself? Do you set any goals? What kind of goals do you set? And one thing I'd said, you know, I set these goals, but I don't ever have any rewards set up for myself. And I also think that, just to, you know, kind of summarize from last week, what I learned from everybody's comments was that most people do set goals, and I think they set smaller goals than what I have been setting for myself. So I think once I hit this 199, I am going to start setting smaller goals for myself, and I am going to reward myself. So I've already decided that my first reward is going to be to buy myself an activity tracker. So I'm going to do that as soon as I hit that 199. So meanwhile, I'm just going to use my old Fitbit Zip. So until then. And then as far as, and I just, you know, I really liked reading everybody's comments and getting some ideas, and, you know, doing smaller rewards for like smaller, you know, like say you lose, you know, 10 pounds, buy yourself a new nail polish or new scarf. And I love that idea. I think that's great. So I think I'm going to start doing stuff like that. So thank you. I really appreciate reading everybody's comments, and everybody did really good last week as far as weight loss. It seemed like everybody was in a really good place. And so I hope to read the same thing this week. So I can't wait to hear from you all. So down below, if you've never been here before, please introduce yourself. Let us know what kind of weight loss journey you're on. Are you just counting calories? Are you doing Weight Watchers? Whatever, you know, whatever your plan is. Tell us a little bit about how much weight you've lost if you're comfortable, and how much you have left to lose. So just only share with what you're comfortable sharing with. We're all a really great group of people. I monitor the comments really closely to make sure we don't have anything, you know, negative going on. But so far it's been great. I haven't had to delete anyone's comments. So everybody has been so positive, and I just really appreciate y'all so much, because I really want this to be a positive, happy place for everybody to come and share and just have fun and learn from each other. So this week's conversation, I wanted to be around fears about losing weight, and I'll kind of explain that a little bit. I kind of talked about this a little bit in my like I think one of my what I ate videos and my weigh-in video. And I think, how else to explain it? So, you know, I have a little bit of a fear of hitting my goals but not staying there. And I think it's because I've already been down to 195 before. I mean, of course, way before I started gaining weight, I was even lower. But when I first started this journey, I got down to 195. And then I just gained back up to 234 before I started Weight Watchers. And you know, so I think my fear is that when I hit that 199 again, once again, I'm going to sabotage myself and I'm just going to gain again. And then it's just going to be a back and forth process, you know, and I just feel like too, I'll just feel like a failure if I hit that 199. And so even though I'm on this journey and I really feel like Weight Watchers is where I need to be, I feel like if I hit that 199 and say the next week, you just have one of those weeks where you just gain. It could be from anything. Like I'm going to be starting the next level of the shred here in a few days. And what if, you know, because of that, I'm going to be using different muscles, I may gain. So I may go so I hit 199 next Friday. The next Friday, maybe I'd go back up to 200.5. And then I feel like I failed. Not only failed myself, but I failed you guys, because I'm sharing this journey with you. So those are some fears I have about losing weight. It's like almost like, okay, if I just stay on this bubble and I just, lose a little bit, then I gain a little bit. But as long as I stay in that 200, I feel like that's my safe zone, because then I'm not like, oh, it's Wonderland. And then, I don't know. I mean, I know it's irrational. I know it is, but it's that part of you that, I guess it's just confidence. And that's another fear I have with losing weight, is I feel like I had hoped that as I lost weight, my confidence level would go up, my self-esteem would go up. But I don't know if it's just years of, battling this weight thing and gaining weight, and then you kind of hide behind your weight. So it's like you want to shrink into the background so nobody sees you. And you just, if you put your head down when people are talking, it's almost like you think, okay, nobody's going to notice that I'm 280 pounds. That's what I used to be. Nobody's going to notice this 280-pound person if I don't make eye contact. Well, that's not true, but that's what was in my head. So I really felt like that as I lost weight, even when I got down to 230, and then again when I was down to 195, I thought, okay, I'm going to be now this bubbly, outgoing, happy person, but I still felt like this other person inside. It didn't happen just like that. So I don't know, that's just something I'm working through, and I know it's just all this mental mind game, but I guess it's just this fear. Then, okay, I have to just get past the fear of failing. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I hope that it makes sense to everybody. But I guess I also have a fear too that people will treat you differently, maybe because they think, okay, she's losing weight, so she's not going to be the same person anymore. But I'm exactly the same person, I mean, it's has nothing to do with that, so anyway, I hope all that makes sense. That's just things that have been kind of going through my head with some things that are going on with me in my personal life, and it's just been kind of on my heart lately. So anyway, so tell me your fears. Let's talk about fears of losing weight. I want to make sure that I'm not the only person out there that has these fears, and I would just love to hear about, especially from those of you that are almost at goal. How has it been for you since you've almost hit that goal? Or if you are at goal and you're just maintaining, I would love to hear how you've transformed on the inside with these fears. Did you have any? Do you still have them? Are you still working on them? What have you done? So I would just love to talk about it. So I can't wait to hear from you all, and I hope you all are having a great week, and I will talk to you all in the comments. I can't wait. So talk to you all later. Bye.